So I feel totally violated right now. I just want to go in like a decontamination chamber. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been a long time. This is the first video I've shot this year. I know I've uploaded stuff, but if you read the description, they were shot last year. Actually no, I vlogged in stuff down London at the start of the year before everything happened, and this is the first sit down video that I've done this year, so it's weird, it's nice, it's familiar, that's the word I'm looking for. Anyway, this video, as you can tell by the title, it's about air travel in July 2020. And it was emotional. That's the one way to put it. I'm sure that, yeah, I've got a flying video from ages ago. Can't remember what I say in that video, but anyway, this one is obviously specific to all of the precautions, safety measures, the guidance, everything that's in place to make travel safer. So I travelled from Istanbul to London Heathrow, and then London Heathrow to Newcastle. And some of the videos just tiny little snippets because I wasn't sure if I could record. So I'll probably just let them play on this side of the screen while I'm talking about it a little bit. So I had my mask on the whole time apart from when you were eating. Alright then, I'm going to try and say what I want to say straight away this time because I've just had to try 4 times. 4 times! I'm obviously a little bit out of practice with this. So, flying itself, they've changed a lot of the introductions on the flights. They've told you what they've done on the flights to make it safer, and I was given a little pack on the flight as well with some sanitizer and whatnot in. I wore my own mask on the way back. On one of the flights, they did give me one, but British Airways didn't give you one. They just gave you sanitizer, which will be on the screen somewhere there. So when I got to Istanbul airport, it looked pretty quiet. So this is Istanbul airport, and I thought this is actually all right. It looked pretty quiet until you got to the security section where everyone had piled in, and obviously with it being Istanbul, I didn't want to record in that section. I just kind of held my breath as much as I could and stood in the queue and waited to get through it, and then I did a little video after I escaped where you can kind of see the chaos in the background. That behind me was the biggest clusterfuck ever. There was literally no social distancing unless there was a sticker on the floor and people shouting saying social distance. So I feel totally violated right now. I just want to go in like a decontamination chamber right now. And then after that, when I got to departures, and I had a couple of hours to wait because you've got to get there a long time in advance now. A lot of the times you can't check in online at the moment. I think some airlines are letting you, but British Airways did let me, but I still had to be there. And I found a little cafe to sit at, and that was my little safe haven. I watched the last 2 episodes of Celebrity SES because I hadn't seen them yet, and that was good. But anyway, it just was very uncomfortable because it just seemed like there was nothing going on. People were just wandering about and coming right past me, and I kept looking for places where I could stand before I got to this cafe thinking, this will be safe, I'll just stand here. And people still walk past us, and there was nothing they could get to. They just, I don't know, maybe I'm magnetic. I don't. If you see me in real life and you feel the urge to come right up into my personal space, just tell me, like, Leigh, I don't know why I did that, I just felt the urge to come right up into your personal space. Maybe that's why. But really, I just thought, please stay away from me, people. I've literally found somewhere to stand because people kept coming right next to us looking for food. And people are still walking just right past us. Like literally, I'm literally stood with my back to this. This place is just fucking crazy. Social distancing at its finest. It's actually a nice airport apart from no fucking social distancing. Like so. But they just didn't seem to want it. So I found this little cafe. I bought as much as I could possibly buy so I could sit there for as long as possible because I had 3 hours to wait for my flight. And that was kind of alright. But all the bits leading up to it, I put all the little montages on as I'm talking so you can probably see. Yeah, it was just a bit busy, a bit crazy. And then when I got on the British Airways flight,
we know these are uncertain times, and as your safety remains at the heart of everything we do, we would like to reassure you that this aircraft has been cleaned and sanitised prior to you commencing boarding. We require all customers to wear a face mask at all times during the flight. As a guide, a face mask could last up to 4 hours.
The gave the speech and everything, like I said before. They had limited food, like limited menu for flying. It was literally crisps. Was it crisps? Yeah, it was crisps and like biscuits. That was it, crisps and biscuits, which was all right. They did have hot drinks, because they didn't have hot drinks on another airline. And the guy kept saying, "Are you sure you don't want anything stronger? I can give you something stronger." I'm like, "No, mate, I'm all right. I'm all right with my coffee, and I'll just watch some stuff on my iPad and it'll be all right." So British Airways was all right. They spaced the flight out a lot. There was only about 20 people on the flight, so there should have been some video up where you can see kind of how it's spaced out. I felt safe enough on the flight. Like I say, it was just more the security section at the airport. And I thought, you know what, maybe it's just Istanbul, because the staff were making people stand on the floor marking once you got into the actual barrier system, but the actual herd of people trying to queue into the barrier, that was just chaos. So until there was actually a sticker on the ground to tell people, stand here, don't stand anywhere else, that was the only time they followed it. And I just thought, this is crazy. It's like July. It's been going on for so long. People should be aware of it and should be aware of what they should be doing. But yeah, so that was interesting. And then we got to London Heathrow and I had to get on the little train system, whatever it's called. Had to go 2 stops to arrivals. When I first got on, there was a couple of flight attendants and a couple of people off my flight. And then it got really busy at the next one, but everyone had masks on. I thought, all right, this is okay. However, all of them proceeded to go up the stairs, and that's where you got to arrivals, where you're probably aware if you're watching this video, but you've got to fill a form in when you land in the UK, and you can either have it on your phone or you can print a copy out. I printed a copy out because I never trust Wi-Fi or phones or networks to not be a bit funny when you're traveling, so I thought I'll have a physical copy. Got to the top of the stairs, everyone was crowded in. Videos will be appearing showing you this. And then 2 minutes later, a member of staff did shout, "Can you social distance, please?" But there was nowhere to go because they'd let everyone go up the stairs and there wasn't space to be apart from anyone. And as it happened, a lot of these people seemed to have never used technology in their life, or they totally forgot that they'd filled this form in and they were struggling to remember how to log in and get it up on the screen. A lot of people hadn't even filled it in, so I guess that fine that you're supposed to get if you don't fill it in, that mustn't have happened. So when I realised people were just going to stand there, I made my way to the front and the lady said, "Have you got your form?" And I waved it at her and she didn't actually look at it, she just said, "Oh, that way please." And it was literally just scan your passport and through the gate after that. And then I was like, right, freedom. And then my flight back to Newcastle was pretty much all right, because once I got into the airport, it was quiet enough. This was a morning flight and it was a lot less chaotic than arriving. And departures, all of the seats were marked saying where you could and couldn't sit, can't sit here. I had social distancing to queue up for coffee shops and things like that. And I felt kind of all right. People seemed to stay away. I did look in disarray at the people who sat and kind of took the mask off when they weren't eating, because it's all right if you're eating, but people were just kind of sat with it under the chin. And I'm just thinking, what's the point? Like, why? But I didn't want to kind of get in a fight with anyone, because I'm not sure how I would have came across if I shouted, "Put your mask on." So I just kind of made sure I wasn't near any of these people. There might be little video snippets of said people, because I think I did look at them in disgust and hold my phone up like shame, like ringing the shame bell off Game of Thrones. And then the flight again, British Airways, and it was all right. Got some nice crisps and biscuits again. Actually, did I? It was only an hour-long flight. Maybe I didn't. Can't remember. It was a bit of a blur. And then when I arrived in Newcastle, the actual getting off the flight, I kept my distance. Again, I don't know if all these people were travelling together. I got the impression that they weren't, but they all just wanted to be as close as they could be to each other to walk to arrivals. And then after that, when you got to the luggage collection, there were stickers on the floor. And like I say, as soon as there's social distancing stickers, people seem to be able to do it. It's magic. But as soon as the stickers are gone, they just kind of forget there's anything going on in the world. And I don't know, it was just a surreal experience. So, essential travel only. I think that's pretty much how most of the world is. And it was essential travel, so I didn't really have a choice in the matter. It was all right once I was on the flight. Once I was in departures waiting, it wasn't all right going through security in Istanbul. and it wasn't alright at arrivals in London. But it's been a while since I got back now. I wanted to wait before I posted the video. And yeah, it was an interesting experience. Don't fly unless you have to. I don't really see the point. I know people want to go on holiday and stuff, but I literally, if I didn't have to have travelled, I don't think I would have travelled. Because it was just unsettling and uncomfortable. And that's coming from me, you know, who's like the least germophobic person ever. That's a lie. Yeah. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, guys, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe, and check out all my other videos. Check out the videos with Lauren. I'm not being able to shoot any new videos with Lauren. It's so sad. I was going to kind of get her on my iPad and shoot a video with her and like hold the iPad there, because it's too much work to get a mannequin and attach the iPad to the mannequin's head to be Lauren's head. So I thought that's the next best thing. But anyway, she's on Instagram, so you can check her out on there and see what she's been up to this year. Take care, guys. I'll shoot some more videos because this has actually been nice. It's been lethargic. I don't know what the word is. It's made me feel good doing it. I'm hanging my hand in the air. I'm going to have to hurry up and say it.